We know our next guest as the Director of Athletics at Niagara College, but Michele O'Keefe is also the chair of the Ontario Sport Network, an organization that aims to break down barriers in an effort to encourage more people in the province to get active and participate. Michele, what are some of these barriers that people face being involved in sport?
There's a few of them, Mike. There's financial, there's gender, there's mental health, there's just perceptions that people feel they don't belong. So what we're trying to do is make sure there's conversations going everywhere so that everyone can redefine what sport means to them.
Michele, in looking at the Ontario Sport Network website, the Niagara Region is pointed out as being one of those areas that's higher in reluctance to participate in sport than most of the rest of the province. Why is that the case?
Yeah, I found the same thing. I thought, oh boy, how on earth have we gotten here? And I think it's also part of how you define sport, right? So if people define sport as playing AAA hockey or rep basketball or in an organized fashion, that's what they know. But they don't realize that hiking, biking, skateboarding, those are all sports too. Whatever is getting you active is how you can define your sport.
Maybe in the future we can expect some campaigns that look a little like the old participation campaign, that kind of thing,
Yeah,
just encouraging people to get out and do things.
I think so. Yeah. We've got some commercials on social media right now showing people skateboarding and hiking and curling and all that sort of stuff. And you'll start to see more of those in the new year on billboards and on TV and that sort of thing. We also have some great ambassadors, Kelsey Mitchell and Damian Warner, who did so well in the Tokyo Olympics, and Jamal McGlure and Brock McGillis from the hockey world, just to name a couple. And, they're trying to help us get the message out that however you want to stay active is what works for you.
You're offering some workshops, you have a speaker series, there's also a toolkit on the website.
Yeah, a big part of what we're trying to do is help with safe sport. It's not only the safe return to sport, but it's safe sport. So, we know Minister McLeod is so passionate about Rowan's Law, and we've got concussion toolkits. We're working with the Concussion Foundation, Research Foundation, and we're trying to make sure that people understand bullying and all those things. So the toolkits are starting to be created now. The workshops will help people learn more about it, and we're just trying to start conversations.
I find it interesting that you mentioned mental health as a barrier to sport because, in my opinion, sport is an answer to mental health.
Exactly. And we need to get people to realize and connect those two dots, Mike, because you're absolutely right. It's the best way to get your head clear is to be outside and to get the blood flowing.
When it comes to safety, what are some of the specific concerns that people see?
There was the Kyle Beach story in the NHL was a big one that caught a lot of attention, and we know there have been a lot of those types of instances and horrific experiences that young people have experienced at the hands of adults. And we want to make sure that our coaches recognize that there's safety in safety plans in place to protect the kids. We want to make sure coaches recognize the rule of two. You never go into a room with a child alone, and the children need to know that. Don't go into a room with an adult alone. Always make sure there's a second person there so that you have a safer environment.
Michele, when I look at your role at Niagara College, that organization does such a good job in offering students specifically chances to participate even if they're not varsity athletes.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on our recreation and intramural offerings. It's been a challenge through the pandemic, of course, but we had all sorts of classes or demonstrations on social media. We tried to leverage the tools we had, but we're starting to open. Our fitness centers have been open for about a month now, and we're starting to open up some gym time now for students to go in and shoot the ball, play badminton, do whatever they want, and we're trying to do more and more.